خيرا. لا اتركه يتحدث. جزاك الله خير. So the brother has mentioned an interesting point. He is saying we should be speaking about calling out to Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. That's exactly what we are doing. That is exactly what we are doing. We are speaking about calling out, building a connection with Allah, building a connection with the masjid of Allah.
They go worship graves, do bid'ah. What do you do? Go to the graves, worship the graves. What's he saying? I don't understand. This ajib mentality, weird mentality of an individual that might have an opinion. And because you're a jahil, I'm not talking about this person, I'm talking about this person. Individuals come and they deem just because something looks abnormal to you, just because it's a difference of opinion, because you don't like that, is misguided. What is he misguided for?
They call them the Deobandis because they took the methodology of the Deobandi. I think an Indian preacher that will never teach you Aqidah, but teach you something that is less to Aqidah, that is less than Aqidah. So this is what this brother, I think, was trying to tell the Mufti. And if you understand this, then you should also tell him. Tell him. But if you don't understand this, then you need to understand. That is just my commentary. So I just want the people need to know this. I'm neither. So you see, and okay, now what will now be my conclusion? My conclusion is that let the Mufti teach people Aqidah. If he truly understands and implements Aqidah, the correct methodology, I'll follow adhere to the correct methodology. Let him teach the people the correct methodology, the Aqidah of the companion of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Aqidah of the Salaf, of the four Imam Ahmad, Imam Malik, Imam Shafi, Imam Abu Hanifa. What they have taught people, all of this, they have their books. And this methodology is called Deobandi. And I think I heard him one day saying, the people, they call me Deobandi. They go, why won't they call you Deobandi? Because you don't do this. You lack this. You lack this quality of refuting. Have you ever heard Mufti Menk refute somebody? And we do have shites. We have the shites that abuse the companion of the Prophet. Have you ever heard the Mufti talk about them? We have the Khawarij who said any single sin can turn somebody can turn one to a disbeliever. Have you ever heard Mufti talk about them? Why would you talk about them? Allah talk about everybody. Allah talk about the Jews. He talk about the Christians. He talk about the Majusi. He talk about the Munafiqun. He talk about the idolaters. Allah talk about a lot of people. And the Prophet talk about a lot of people. Why would you want to talk about people? If you don't let people know something that is bad, how will they beware of it? And if you didn't know it, they will actually run into it. So that is just a bad ideology. You can't just and you can't tell me if that I'm saying that if you also don't understand this, then you need to understand it. The Mufti is not very, very upright in this regard, and we need to know this. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to benefit us. Assalamu alaikum warahmatullahi. Alhamdulillah wa sallallahu wa sallam ala rasulillah wa ala alihi wa sahbihi wa man wala amma ba'd. I watched a clip yesterday on YouTube where a man was criticizing publicly Mufti Menk. I think he interrupted his lecture or something like that. And this morning I saw a comment from a brother, I think Ali Dawah. I think he has a channel called Ali Dawah. I know this brother, and see, I want to make some mediation or a juxtaposition of what has transpired. You see, Mufti Menk is a person that we love for Allah, for the sake of Allah, because every Muslim we actually love a da'i, someone that calls to the religion of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. And we love brother Ali Dawah because they are people that strive in the cause of Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. We see their efforts, we see their good, deeds and their activities every day, every night. So, however, what happened has been taken as two separate things. People have taken sides. So some people supported the brother that interrupted Mufti's lecture speech, and some others really got disappointed or annoyed by that. And I'm actually coming here to make this talk just because of the commentary of Brother Ali Dawah, because I think he tried to be very very moderate in the contribution that he was about to he made to the incident and to the matter, and he played the video not to take a side. He played what happened. He played the reaction of Mufti Menk. He was giving a crucial or a very very careful and what's it called contemplation and look and commentary to the entire scenario. But what I later saw was his conclusion that the Mufti, what has he said? Because the brother was telling the Mufti to call to the connection connection with Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala. He should not only stick to telling people to be good to their parents, to be dutiful to their Lord, to be kind to people, to be steadfast, also call people to the connection of Allah. The Mufti was like, how did I even start my lecture? Was it not about getting connected to Allah, to the Masjid of Allah? And Brother Ali Banat also was like, so what has he he got really really disappointed and if not infuriated. And there is something that I think because I actually watched another video, a complete video where the brother tried to make his intention clear to other viewers that might have got some bad impression from what he did. So I want to try to make some explanations. You see, I really understand what the brother intended to do, what he intended. I really understand, and I really got from your own point of view why you found it impolite and abnormal. So because just for you to interrupt a lecturer like that and trying to say something, and what you could say is you should rather link people to Allah, and what he has been saying is all about getting linked or connected to Allah. But I think what the brother wanted to say, based on what he later mentioned from his what's it called, from his video, is something that is very very important, because it's mentioned al-wala wal-bara and some other things. You see, I think if he had been given the time, he would have expressed himself more better while he was trying to interrupt the Sheikh. So first of all, you see, to interrupt a lecturer, of course, Ali Dawah said yes, if the lecturer, if what Mufti Menk was saying is against the teaching of Islam, like supporting the Israeli Jews against the Muslims or something like that, of course he also will have lost control and something like that. But there is something that this brother, if we understand him, is also trying to relate. He's also trying to relate. So, and that is what he expressed by saying linking people to God. So what he meant, based on his later explanation, is for the Mufti to actually to actually call to Tawheed, to actually call to Aqidah. So he wanted the Mufti to call to Aqidah more than what he used to preach up and down, here and there. You see, if you tell people to become good, observe salat, pay zakat, fast, be dutiful to your parents, be kind to the people, be humble, be honest, be this and that, and they actually become what you want them to do, but they are lacking in Aqidah, in Tawheed, do you know that they will fail on the day of judgment? None of all of these things will avail them on the day of judgment, just because they are lacking in Aqidah. Just because something in Aqidah has been very, very unknown to them or unacceptable to them. That is why it's most important to teach Aqidah. In fact, Aqidah first and Aqidah more. The Prophet spent nothing less than 10 years in Mecca spreading Aqidah, spreading Tawheed alone. Every other thing, every single thing, all the things we have in Islam were taught within the other 10 years. The first 10 to 13 years was only about Aqidah, because that is the most important thing. Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala, even the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam said that on the day of resurrection, whoever dies, whoever dies with correct Aqidah, knowing that there is no other God next to Allah, that is not just by knowing or by saying, but by having the in-depth or the deep knowledge about it, which will require the learning of Aqidah, the learning of Tawheed. You can see we have a lot. Even after learning Tawheed, we need to learn Aqidah, because many people now, we have a lot of ideologies like the Shia, like the Maturidi, like Ash'ari, like the Sufi, like the, we have a lot, Ahmadi. And you see scholars. A scholar should actually know that the most important thing, in fact the first thing and the most important thing to be taught to people is should be Aqidah. It should be Aqidah. So how come for all these years that we've known you as a preacher, as a caller of Islam, you have not taken any you are not known for teaching people Aqidah, teaching people the correct methodology, the Aqidah of the Salaf. All you are known for is to preach the dutifulness of a child to his parents, the humbleness, the virtue of being together in Islam, togetherness, the the necessity of unity in Islam, all of these things. In fact, if one dies without any single good deed, but such person has died with a correct Aqidah, with complete Tawheed, Allah, what is in the Hadith Qudsi? Allah said, "Now, Ya ibn Adam, O son of Adam, if you meet me, with a sin, with sins that are as much as the surface of the earth, as the grain of sand, as the grains of what? Of sand. If you meet me with sins that cannot even be counted, I will actually meet you in the number of your sin with forgiveness. Just because of what? Just because thumma lakitani, yes, I omitted that. Thumma lakitani, But you have met me, la tushrik billahi shay'an, as someone that has committed shirk, that has associated partner with me, I will forgive you just as important. It's the most important teaching for every da'i to maintain and to call people to teach people, to give the people. So if this brother knows this, just like many scholars, I personally have listened to their commentary regarding Mufty Menk, that people beware of Mufty Menk. He will never teach you Aqidah. And we know people that fall under this or fall to this category. Some of them, they call them the Deobandis, because they took the methodology of the Deobandi, I think an Indian preacher, that will never teach you Aqidah, but teach you something that is less to Aqidah, that is less than Aqidah. So that's what this brother, I think, was trying to tell the Mufti. And if you understand this, then you should also tell him. Tell him. But if you don't understand this, then you need to understand. That is just my commentary. So I just want the people need to know this. I'm neither. So you see, and okay, now what will now be my conclusion? My conclusion is that let the Mufti teach people Aqidah. If he truly understands and implements Aqidah, the correct methodology, I'll follow adhere to the correct methodology. Let him teach the people the correct methodology, the Aqidah of the companion of the Prophet sallallahu alaihi wasallam, the Aqidah of the Salaf, of the four Imam Ahmad, Imam Malik, Imam Shafi'i, Imam Abu Hanifa. What they have taught people, all of this, they have their books. Imam Shafi'i has his book. He have his collection of hadith. Imam Malik, Imam Ahmad has his musnad. He has a lot of books. Aqidah Tawheed Imam Ahmad. He have books that we can access, whether online or at a physical store, where we can buy and learn the correct methodology of the companions of the Prophet, whom the co-president himself has affirmed that whoever liken their deeds to them will only be those that will survive and will be successful, or succeed on the day of judgment. He said, "Man kana ala mithli ma ana al-yawm wa ashabi." Whoever is upon what I wa ashabi and my companions are upon today, these are those who will be these are the ones, or those will be the ones who will be successful on the day of judgment, who will survive hellfire, who will be saved from being thrown into hell. Where, because he said Islam, his nation would split into 73. All of them will be in hell except one. And when he was asked, he said, "Man kana ala mithli ma ana al-yawm." Those who are following strictly, or those who are upon the like of which I am today, are my companions. And that is why I said, let us learn books. Let the Mufti teach us books of the Imam, books that will teach us the methodology, the exact ideology, methodology of the companions. Those who taught us the teaching of the Prophet, those who transmitted the teaching of the Prophet to us. Let the Mufti teach us their method. Let him teach more. Let more of his lectures be on this, not on things that people have known for years. How to be dutiful to your parents, how to be good, how to spend. Other scholars preach this. So people that we never talk about this are people that ought to be warned against and to be beware of, because they are actually following an ideology which goes against the correct teaching of the which goes against refutation of bad ideologies. because they hold bad religious, they'll say, do not refute, do not say this one is not good, that one is not good, this one is not good. Let's just keep talking about salat, talk about siyam, talk about zakat. You see, saying that one is bad, this manhaj is bad, these people, it's like you are splitting the ummah. No. In fact, that is how to unite the ummah. Let us leave all the differences. Let's go back to the companions who witnessed the teachings of the Prophet, who were the direct students of the Prophet Muhammad sallallahu. That is the only way to unite. And this methodology is called Dubandi. And I think I heard him one day saying, the people, they call me Dubandi. They go, why won't they call you Dubandi? Because you don't do this. You lack this. You lack this quality of refuting. Have you ever heard Mufty Menk refute somebody? And we do have shites. We have the shites that abuse the companion of the Prophet sallallahu. Have you ever heard the Mufti talk about them? We have the Khawarij who said any single sin can turn somebody can turn one to a disbeliever. Have you ever heard Mufti talk about them? Why would you talk about them? Allah talk about everybody. Allah talk about the Jews, talk about the Christians, talk about the Majusi, talk about the Munafiqun, he talk about the idolaters, Allah talk about a lot of people, and the Prophet talk about a lot of people. Why would you want to talk about people? If you don't let people know something that is bad, how will they beware of it? And if they don't know it, they will actually run into it. So that is just a bad ideology. You can't just, and you can't tell me, if that I'm saying that if you also don't understand this, then you need to understand it. The Mufti is not very, very upright in this regard. And we need to know this. We ask Allah subhanahu wa ta'ala to benefit us. Assalamu alaikum.